Good day, everyone. I hope you all had a terrific Tuesday. My Tuesday was taco-tastic. Um, so today was the drive. I didn't really do anything much before that. Just hung out here, chilled a little bit, and got ready to go to the drive. It was the first day of a new series in First Kings. I think they called it King Me is the name of the series. We're going through First Kings, the book of First Kings. It was a slightly different idea and format. Instead of going through a topical study, we're going through the book. So we'll see how different it'll be in the approach and everything. But we kind of got just a basic introduction overview. Looked at kind of the death of David as king and what things happened right near the end that complicated Solomon becoming king and stuff like that. So I won't go into much more detail about that. I'll keep this vlog short because I'm in a time crunch now. Because after I got home, I got a text from tomorrow's opener at Planet Smoothie asking if I could come in and open for him. As I've been doing, I accepted. I hesitated because I was like, oh, come on, it's like midnight right now, and I'm getting like no heads up on this. So that's what I'll be doing tomorrow. So I got to get to bed pretty quick and get up early to open the store. Yay! So real quick, after the drive, we did one of the things that we've done a couple other times, which is, hey, we're not saying go to one place, we're saying get some friends together and go to wherever you're gonna go, which I think to an extent I don't like that strategy, because it gets people instead of talking like, hey, how you doing, whatever, did you like it, what's going on in life, and whatever. Instead it gets people change gears to go like, we gotta figure out where we're gonna eat, and that changes everything. It changes the dynamic a little bit of the fellowship time afterwards before we leave to go eat. And so it bugs me a little bit that we do it that way, but at the same time, today was a huge success as far as that goes, because I threw out an idea that I talked to some people and they were like, well, we're thinking about going to the Outback. Talked to some other people, wow, we're thinking about going to Chick-fil-A. And I was like, I want to do Outback or Chick-fil-A. So I found some people who were just like throwing ideas out. I'm like, what about Sloppy Taco Palace? Been there once before and I really liked it. And so somehow that was just immediately accepted in the group. So I had 4 other people coming with me, and I told a few other people, and word spread, and we wound up being 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We ended up being 12 strong, which is pretty good, pretty impressive, a pretty good turnout, and made me feel good because it was my idea. So yeah, so I got like 12 people to show up. It's pretty cool. And then afterwards we were leaving, I got a chance to show off my car a little bit. People are curious about like how small is it, what's good about it, things like that. And so I'm giving them the spiel and everything. It's cool. Came home, watched the season finale of WWE Tough Enough, which I don't know if I've talked about on the vlog at all. Maybe, yeah, I might have. But so you have all these hopeful WWE superstar wannabes, and basically the prize at the end for one man and one woman each is to get a $250,000 contract as a WWE superstar. So you get $250,000 and you get a contract to be a superstar. So you have to go through, they had to go through the competition, learning little bits and pieces about what it means. And then today's episode is the culmination, to put it all together, have an entrance, give a promo where they talk about themselves for a minute or two. Gotta have the gear, the right wrestling gear, the character that they've created, the name, all that, and then put a match together, including a finisher. Ultimately, they all had to lose the match to the actual WWE superstar and diva that they are wrestling. So I guess that was the paying the dues part. I'm glad they didn't like make sure they all won their matches, because that just wasn't realistic. Of course, they're gonna lose the match to the experienced superstar. But yeah, So there were 2 guys and 2 girls left at this point, and so there were 4 little matches they had. And I was pulling for one girl over the other. Have been all season. I've been pulling for her, and so has a lot of other people because she's been progressing a little more slowly with the training, but the fans just love her, and so she keeps being saved from elimination. On the flip side, there's a guy that I've been pulling for from the beginning that I kind of liked that that also was progressing a lot slower in a lot of areas, and the fans just loved him and they just kept voting for him, and so he got saved from elimination several times as well. Although recently, last week, when it came down to it, he actually didn't have more votes than everyone else for the first time. The other guy he's facing off against did, because he's really coming into his own lately, and he screams like WWE superstar. Everything he does is right. So the fans switched gears, and the same was true this case. This week, the girl, Sarah Lee, won. Fans stayed true there. But on the flip side, ZZ was the guy that was being saved all the time, the guy I was pulling for. But the other guy's name was Josh, and he pulled away with 70% of the votes after the match and everything. It was good. It was entertaining. They made a few mistakes. That's to be expected during their matches. But I'm okay with what happened. Because like I said, Josh really stepped it up and definitely screams WWE Superstar a little bit more than ZZ did. Although ZZ was right there too, really. The girls' performances were a lot weaker. I think the girl who didn't win, Amanda, her match was maybe a little more solid, but she wasn't selling. What's selling is oh, they got hit, they're hurt, they're in pain, even if they're not really. They're supposed to sell that the move was devastating, and she would just get back up and ignore it and just keep going. And I thought Sarah did a better job of selling, even though her moves weren't quite as crisp. But anyway, I'm done talking about that. I'm marked to 7 minutes, and I said I wanted to keep this short. Fail on my part. So I'm going to go ahead and end the vlog here. I gotta get up early in the morning. So good night, everyone, and I'll see you tomorrow.